Yeah, my name is Jude Chukwuka. I'm an actor who turned 60 this year. Wow, 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 wow.
Hey, hello. My name is Bumi. It's nice to have you here today.
I'm honored.
I am loving your face.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What do you think actors of nowadays are getting right, and what are they still missing?
Quite frankly, actors, it's difficult to know the difference between an actor and a model today. You know, in our time, when an actor will act despite, but a model will not act because of.
Oh,
Okay, let me break it down.
okay.
An actor will act despite the fact that the conditions are not right
Okay.
because he lives for acting.
Right.
But a model will not act because there's hate here, I can't act because it is there. So the model wants a perfect situation before they can deliver. But an actor will look at it and say, okay, despite all of this, we can still get this done. I remember, don't let me begin to mention dates so you won't run out of here. So I remember I shot somewhere in Port Harcourt some 25 years ago. And you know the kind of lights we have where red lights and all of that. But we shot day for night, which means they blocked every space where light will come in, and we have to do redheads in that space. But I still delivered. You understand? And I look at this young generation put in that situation. We must change the scene. Or I won't do it, and all of that. But that is not to say that there are no actors today, because I have worked with a lot of them. Our time we were patient to understand the script. The directors and producers will help you understand the script and create time for rehearsals and all that and all that. It's becoming old fashioned these days to create time for rehearsals. The the character is not the character until he has shot like 4 5 episodes. But because there's time for rehearsals and all of that, you hit it from boom.
Yeah.
You understand? So, and some may blame it on finances and all that and the economic realities. But if it is going to influence or affect the quality of the delivery of the actor, then you better find a way to make sure that the actor is prepared from the word go.
All right. Thank you for that. Okay, so Make Mission, Max the King, and A Ghetto Love Story. These are all wildly different films with a contrast. What brings about variety at this stage?
I'll say it. I have seen some of my contemporaries who get consultants to tell them, don't take this role, don't take this role, it's not good for your image. Hey, let me announce, I'm an actor. I can act the poor, I can act the rich, I can act the powerful. I take every role seriously enough to investigate how best I can deliver it. But and my team currently, Guguru, they are doing a lot to give me that liberty to express myself. They are not afraid to take on any script to say, Baba, look at it, can you? And it's always been, guy, do I have another job? I mean, you want to give me work in NMPC? Give me the script. Let me go and see how I will do it. And for every time I've done that, I have always been grateful to them, and it's been wonderful.
Yeah, yeah. So, what do you think maturity brings to acting that youth doesn't?
A lot. We had fumbled too. You understand? We had messed up. There's an adage that says, looking at the king's mouth, one will never know he ever sucked breast. You understand? There was a time the king never had teeth, but now he's full of wisdom and all of that. They look at his history as starting with his kingship, so to speak. But there are times when, even my scripture said, when a prince that's supposed to be king while he's still a boy, he's still subject to the instructions of the servants. So we had failed. But what did we do with our failures? We learned from it. We both professionally and the character of the person, But a lot of distractions these days that the younger guys are distracted, a lot of things to think about that we didn't struggle with. For example, we didn't struggle with social media. So when you have your script in hard
On your
copy,
device or your
yeah. When you have your script on a hard copy, you can concentrate, read your and the reverse. That's why they don't print script on both sides, so that you can leave your comments and make your comments on your character, on your line, where you emphasize, where you talk fast, where you understand. But these days they give you your script on your device, and you get on set and you begin to struggle. And these guys, they major in the minor. They want to look fine, then you do take 430. You understand? Especially the girls.
Oh.
Yes. Honestly, I left 2 sets. Don't let me mention those sets. I left 2 sets because call time is 8 o'clock. We won't start shooting until 2 because 4 people were making up. Now we get on set, take 5. I just told them, hey guys, I can't continue with this. Let me take a walk. And I did that straight away.
But that makeup is required for the character too.
I understand that. But that makeup, what is more important than the makeup is the lines. Knowing your lines. You are looking good and we are doing take 15 because you are looking good. In fact, the very first one, very popular, is running even now. The first season, I just told them, no. If you want models, I'm out of this place. There are actresses that can deliver this and will get out of this place. Why are you using it? Because she's fair, she has long nose. What? If Whoopi Goldberg was a Nigerian, she wouldn't sell. Because nobody will consider her acting. They will say she's ugly. Sister, tell me another story, I beg. Authentic, don't enter.
I agree with you because you can always tell the difference between an actor with the skill, the passion, the drive, different from a model who was just brought into the scene to play the character, different from someone who is willing to get into the character.
And they waste time.
Yeah. All right. So, are there roles you say no to now that you'd have jumped out earlier in your career?
I have never said no to any role.
Really?
I have never. My limit or caveat is that I will not strip on set. I will not engage in sex on set. Those are because if you don't have limits, you'll do anything.
Yeah.
In the first place. So those are my basic limits, and they still exist till today. You understand? Let me make you guys laugh. Now a big producer, Jude. I've seen the script. You play it well. The role involves touching a girl's breast, and I said. So when I got there, I read the script, but in my mind I was saying. No, we'll find a way around it. I didn't prepare for it. So we got there. Here the girl was lying and I was playing the doctor's role. I have to examine her and touch her inappropriately. That's what will cause, that's what will trigger the husband to get angry. When it got to that point, I was sweating and my hands were shaking. I was like, so the producer caught the thing and said, Jude, I thought you would finish. I didn't know this is beyond my limit. So I had to speak with the girl, take her permission and all of that. And after the shoot, the girl came to me and said that what she had always thought of me is that I am somebody who will just, you're looking for opportunity. I said, no, I was just shaking and I was sweating. I didn't believe that will happen to me. But because I had limits from the beginning that I don't want to involve or indulge in things like that.
Yeah. I think it would also allow for when some roles are being given to you, they know that, oh, okay, he would not do something like this because this is what he stands for, this is what he will not do, this is what he would do. I think that's very beautiful.
Yeah, but there are no limits for actors these days.
Actors these days have it hard.
Money is the motivation.
Yeah.
How much you go pay for that scene? 2 million naira. Make we go. For that scene alone, 2 million naira. You will do it.
Okay, is legacy something you think about or you let the work speak for itself?
I didn't get that question.
Is legacy something you think about or you just allow the work speak for itself?
It's difficult to say. You know, one thing is nobody does anything and not think about how it will affect his future. Okay, naturally. And that's thinking about legacy. But you know, there are some things you do and you say, yeah, I've done my best, let this thing speak for itself. So there are no hard and fast rules as concerning what you do as a person. The final deciders or decision makers are those watching you. They will say, okay, this evergreen. I wish he didn't do this and all that. So it's not for the actor to say, I want to build a legacy. It is what he had done, how it affects people that they will either retain in their long-term memory or wish they did not see.
Yeah, I understand. I think I get you. I get your point. So, finally, if a film were made about your second act, who would you want to play you? And what would the opening scene be?
There's this guy, Simisola, Abi Similoluwa. He acted my son in Ajoche. He played Eje in Ajoche, on the Ajoche set. Every time I look at him, I see my past in him.
No.
Every time we've done things together like 2 or 3 times, and I have always enjoyed acting with him. And I wish that if I ever have to write a script that they need a younger me,
Yeah.
Similoluwa and he's an awesome stage actor.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right. Thank you very much for this.
I am very honored.
It was very lovely and authentic to be with you.
Authentic to the matter. So we do.